Hi, good morning everyone. Now let us discuss today feed forward and back propagation learning in multi-layer perceptron numerical example. We have seen the derivative of the feed forward and back propagation learning in the last class. Now let us take that in the numerical example and then solve to understand better the feed forward and back propagation learning. Now for that, let us consider this architecture consisting of input layer and then hidden layer as well as output layer. The output layer consisting of two neuron, which is denoted as x1 x1 in the layer 2, x2 in the layer 2. And let us denote the weight vectors first. So the weight vectors connecting from the this is the bias vector. Actually this is the input is the bias 1 x1 and then x2. So it connects from 0 1 2. Okay, so this weight connects from 0th node to 1th node. So 0 1, which layer it connects to? The layer 1. So this is layer 1, this is in layer 2. So x2 to the superscript 2. So superscript denotes in which layer it is. And here x1 output of the first neuron in the second layer. Okay, similarly we can write these things as output of the suppose if we take this as x2, this is bias, so x2 in the first layer, and we can write this as x1 first neuron in the first layer. Okay, so these notations are clear. Okay, so this is the first neuron and this is the first neuron, this is the second neuron, whereas the superscript denotes in which layer it is. Similarly here there are two neurons, x1 and then x2, and which layer it is in layer 2, that is denoted in the superscript. As well as if we can write here bias as x01. Okay, so similarly the input to the input layer goes x1 x2, actual value x1 x2 appended with 1. Okay, so we can also write this as x0 in the 0th layer, x1 in the 0th layer, and then x2 in the 0th layer. Okay, note down bias does not have any value. The value of the bias is simply appended with 1. So it is represented as x0, and then here also x0. In which layer? It is in the 0th layer, it is in the 1th layer, and there is no bias over here. Only there are two neuron, which is the output of the output of these neuron in the output layer, and it is in the second layer. Now let us denote the weight that is connecting between layers. So we can write W0 because 0th node getting connect to the first node in the first layer, towards first layer. So W01. Similarly we can write this as W02 in the first layer, and this W1 to 1. So 1 1 1, and this one W1 2 towards which layer? First layer. And this one W2 1, and then this goes to 1th layer, and similarly this one W22 and then goes to the 1th layer. So these are the weight vectors: W011, W021, W111, W12, and so on. So similarly we can write here it as, this is the weight vector connecting W0 to 1. Which layer? It is in the second layer. W02 in the second layer. Similarly, this is W11 in the second layer, W12 in the second layer, this is W21 in the second layer, this is W22 in the second layer. Okay, note down The subscript denotes from which node to which node it is connecting, whereas the superscript denotes in which layer it is. I think these terminologies are clear. And this is in the layer 0. Okay, input in the layer 0, and the next to this, since there are more than one layer, there must be a hidden layer, so that is represented as layer 1, and this is in the layer 2. Now given this, now let us represent actual values of these weight vectors. Now instead of representing these weight vectors here, let us denote these weight vectors in terms of matrix. So now how do we put in the matrix? Now let us say how many weight vectors we need, these values we require, and these values we require, along with the input values we require. So now let me write the first layer or the 0th layer. From 0 to first layer, the weight can be connected as like this. Okay, W01, W021, W111, W121, and then W211, W221. Okay, so I'll take this where it connects, and then these connects, I'll replace this in one column. Then second, from x1 where it goes, let us put it in the second column, and then from here where it goes, let us put it in the third column. Similarly, let us take this. These are the weight connecting between, this is capital W. Capital W is a matrix, and in which layer it is getting connected to the first layer. So let us write it as capital W1. Now similarly, we can write these value in this matrix form, as I said, W012, and then W022, and W112, W122, and then W212, and then W222. Okay, so all these values let us write in the form of column wise. If we take this from where it goes, okay, if there are 3 number of nodes in the next layer, all these 3 will come in the column wise. Now these are the capital W, it's a matrix. Which layer it is getting connected? In the second layer. So let me write W2. Along with that, what is the value that we are need? We want to have actual values of these component x1 and x2. Now given W1, W2, x is also takes of the form x1 and then x2 and then append with 1. Okay, since bias is also there, the capital X takes in the form 1, x1, x2. And we also want what is the expected output or the target output. That target output is represented as T, and since there are only 2 neurons, that value takes T1 and then T2. So as I said, in the multi-layer perceptron, the output is in the form of vector instead of scalar, so it takes the value in the form of T1, T2. Now let us give the values of these in the form of matrix. So now let us give the values of these matrix in the form of matrix. Values of these weight vectors: 0.5, 0.8, 1.5, 0.2, 0.8, minus 1.6. Okay, these are the values that is connecting between the 0th, from the 0th layer to the first layer. So 0.5, 0.8, 0.5 is nothing but this value, 0.8, 1.5, 0.2, 0.8, and then minus 1.6. Similarly, all these values I can write in this matrix form: 2.1, 1.6, and then minus 0.2. Okay, now I want x value, capital X. So when we take the ith sample, x is nothing but in the form of vector, which consisting of 3 components. One is the bias and the x1 value. Okay, x1 value of this. Okay, x1 goes here, that value is 0.7, and then x2 value let us take as 1.2. Okay, And similarly what we need is target value. Now let us consider this sample. Ith sample is taken from the omega 1, which belongs to class 1. So what is the expected output? We want the first neuron ideally to be 1, the probability value, and the second neuron ideally the value should be 0. So the expected or the target value goes something like this, 1 and 0. So given these values, now let us proceed how to do feed forward pass. Okay, so what is the first step? The step 1 is nothing but the feed forward pass. Feed forward pass from which layer to which layer? From the layer 0 to 1. So that is also we should write layer 0 to 1. Now let us take that step. So what we have to do in the feed forward pass, we take the whole vector in the form of matrix W1. These has to be multiplied with its corresponding x values. Okay, so when we take this, okay, this along with this along with this, and this along with this actually get multiplied. Linear combination of all these weight vector and the corresponding x value has to be multiplied, and then we will get here. After taking the summation, what we have to do is we have to take a nonlinear function. The type of nonlinear function that we take here is the sigmoidal function, because sigmoidal function can be derivatable. Okay, since it can have a derivative function, we can take or apply this nonlinear function. Simply maps the actual input into the intermediate mapping form, and in the intermediate space all these values get linearly separable. So that's the idea. Now let us take W1 matrix and then get multiplied with the actual input. Now let us give 0.5 and then 0.8 and then 1.5, 0.2, 0.8 and then minus 1.6. This along with its x value is 1.7 and then 1.2. Okay, when we take this matrix, what we may get is that our actual output is 2.5 and then minus 9.38. Okay, this is the value that we will get. This is only after taking the dot product of this matrix along with this vector. Okay, now this is the summation form. Now I have to apply a nonlinear function f on the summation value, which is of the form of sigmoidal nonlinearity. For that we can make use of 1 divided by 1 plus e to the power minus 2.51. Okay, similarly 1 by 1 plus e to the power minus 0.98. Okay, if we take these value, what we may get is the value 0.92 and then 0.27. Okay, so this is nothing but, what is this? That this is the value that we have obtained here as well as here. So what is the value that we have obtained? 0.92 and then 0.27. So which can be write it as what we have computed is x1 1 and this is nothing but x2 1. Actually we have computed what is x1 1, x2 1. So x1 1 value is 0.92 and then this is 0.92 and then this is 0.27. So this is the value of x11 and then x21. Okay, now first pass, feed forward pass from layer 0 to 1 is computed. Similarly we have to proceed feed forward pass from layer 1 to 2. Now let us do that. Feed forward from layer layer 1 to 2. Okay, now feed forward pass from layer 1 to 2. Okay, similarly we have to do the same steps. Okay, so let me write feed forward pass in layer 2 to 1. Okay, still we are discussing feed forward, but in this it is in the second step. Now we have to take capital W, which layer connecting to the second layer, and then xi in the first layer. Okay, all xi. So now let us take 0.9, 1.2 minus 1.7, 2.1, 1.6 minus 0.2. Now note down this W2 is nothing but this value. Okay, this value we have taken. Now this value along with the computed x11, x21 we have to take. So the x11 and then x211 value that we have computed right now is 0.92 and then 0.27. So that we have to append over here. So 1, 0.92 and then 0.27. So this we have to compute, and after taking the summation followed by the sigmoidal nonlinear, the actual value that we may get is something like this. You can verify 0.442 and then 0.955. Okay, this step is same as what we have done before, and this is nothing but the value of x12 and then x22. Okay, so x12 is nothing but this one, x1 value in the second layer, x2 value in the second layer. So those value that we have obtained is 0.45 and then 0.955. Now let us do whether our actual output that we have obtained at the output layer, this is also nothing but our output layer, which is O12 and this is O22. Okay, output of the first neuron in the second layer, output of the second neuron in the second layer, because only two layer, the output layer is at the second layer. Now let us do actual output that we have obtained is 0.44 and then 0.95. Okay, but what is the expected output or the target output? The target output is actually 1, 0, because we know that the given sample x, okay, the given sample xi is taken from the class omega 1, and ideally we are expecting the target value should be of 1 and 0. Okay, now if we refer this, actually it is not meeting the expected criteria. So actually the difference of these, the actual and the expected output, is the error. Okay, now we have took a derivative of this error function. Okay, now we have to substitute this value. Okay, this is the error. The error the difference between the actual output and the target output is the error. Now you recall the weight updation rule from the output layer, which is capital K, to the previous layer, which is capital K minus 1. Now let me rewrite that derivative result, and then we have to substitute this value in that form. So in order to update the weight or derivative values, okay, or weight updation between layer K, where K is the last layer, K to K minus 1, or we can call it as output layer to the previous layer, capital K to K minus 1. The derivative results that we have obtained of something, this one. So remember, dou E by dou Wij capital K, which is takes del J capital K into OI K minus 1. This OI is nothing but, now both are same, del J K xi K minus 1. Okay, so what is this xi K minus 1? This one. So xi in the previous layer, which is x11 and then x21. So now what is this? Del j, let us compute del j, k, the value of k is 2 now, and then xi k minus 1 is 1. Okay, so this value we should find out, wij 2. So now given this, we have to calculate this, what is the value of dou E by dou wij superscript k. Now recall what is this del j2 from the derivative. So from the derivative we can remember that del j2 or del jk can be the difference between the output, actual output, which is represented as xj in the second layer, minus target output, which is nothing but oj2 minus target. This is same as xj2, because as we have written x12 and then x22 same as O12 and then O22. In the derivative we make use of this O12. Now here we will make use of x12. Actually both are same. Okay, multiplied by, okay, so the difference between the target and the actual output, which is the error, that error has to be multiplied by its local derivative. Okay, local derivative of the nonlinear function, which is of the form 1 minus sigma s multiplied by 1 minus sigma s. Now what is the actual value that we have get is that xj2 1 minus xj2. Okay, this is the del j2 or del jk. And then this one, first let us calculate what is del j2. Okay, then after calculating this we have to multiply it with the xi1 from the previous layer. What is the input that we have obtained from the previous layer, in order to which was the role playing, so that the error has been, the contribution of the error has come from xi1 from the previous layer. Now first let us calculate this del 1 2. So how many del we should have? This should be del 1 2 and then this is del 2 2. Okay, what is the actual error? This is actually error. It takes the difference between the expected and the actual value, okay, multiplied by its local derivative of the nonlinear function. Similarly, del 2 2, it is also the difference between the actual and the expected output multiplied by its local derivative of this value, which is x22. Okay, that's what we are going to do in the next step. So that is also easy. So what we have to do, so now let us calculate the error alone, which is del 1 2. Now let me keep this formula. Okay, so the formula says del j2. So now we are going to calculate what is del 1. So del 1 is nothing but x12 minus t1, okay, multiplied by x12 1 minus x12. Okay, what is this x12? Now let me keep this diagram so that it will be clear. So now let us look. Okay, now what is this? x12, this one, x12, the value of x12 that we have obtained from the calculation was 0.44, and the target value that is expected here at the first neuron is 1. Okay, the target value of the second neuron should be 0. Okay, so x12, which is 0.44, 1 minus 0.44. Okay, the difference between the actual and the target value multiplied by its local derivative, that will be the error, which is denoted as del 1 2. Okay, and this value comes 0.138, and we have calculated what is del 1 2. Okay, at the output layer. 2 represents, I mean superscript represents at the output layer as of now in this example. Now let us calculate what is the error. Del 2 2, del 2 2, similarly x. So what is this? x2 2 minus t2 multiplied by x2 to 1 minus x2 2. Okay, so this is also simple. Okay, the difference between the actual value and the expected value multiplied by its local derivative of this value of a non-sigmoidal nonlinear form. So the sigmoidal nonlinear form local derivative turns out to be x2 to 1 minus x2 2. This is also simple. Now let us substitute the value. The actual value that we have obtained, x2 2 was 0.95, and then this value is 0, and then 0.95 1 minus 0.95. Okay, so this value del 2 2 we will get 0.045. Okay, now recall what is that value that we have obtained. Okay, so this is the actual value that we have obtained at the output, which is 0.44 0.95, which is nothing but x1 this value. Okay, x1 2, and this is x2 2. So this value only we have substituted in this, and then take the difference at the output layer. Now once we have estimated what is del 1 2 and then del 2 2, now we have to make use of these values to calculate dou E by dou W ij. Okay, now we have obtained these both value. Now what we are supposed to do, we have to calculate this value dou E by dou W ij. Now we have found out this value has to be multiplied by xi from the previous layer. So what is the previous layer? We calculated this value. Okay, actually this value, what we are doing is that weight updation layer, this is nothing but the back propagation step. So till now what we were discussing only the forward feed forward pass. When we have obtained the value at the output, and when we are checking whether the output that we have obtained is same as the target output, then there is no updation in the weight. But if there is a difference in the actual value and the target value, then we have to go for the back propagation learning. So the third step, so this was the weight updation rule from k to k minus 1 is actually nothing but here only back propagation starts. What we are back propagating? We are back propagating the error that we have obtained at the output layer to the previous layer. So back propagation of error from k, capital K is nothing but the output layer to the k minus 1th layer, and we have seen the derivative from the weight updation rule or back propagation learning. The weight updation rule from the output to the previous layer or hidden layer is of this form. Now we have found out what is this value, and this value should be multiplied by the xi1. 1 is the previous layer value. So what is the previous value that has come here is that we have to calculate one by one. Okay, so from here we have obtained from this, so this is the previous layer which is x01. Similarly for this we have obtained the value. Similarly for this we have obtained from this x01. Okay, so this value has to be multiplied by with its previous value. This value has to be multiplied with its previous value. Similarly, this value has to be multiplied from this node, this value multiplied by this node, this value multiplied with this node, this value multiplied with this node. This actually gives you the value of dou E by dou W ij. Okay, These are all we have seen in the derivative. Now let's do that step. So we are doing the back propagation or the back propagation of the error from the output layer to the previous layer. Once we have calculated what is the del 1 and then del 2, now we have to take the value of dou E by dou W 0 1. Now what we have to do, first one is W01. So for that, del 1 has to be multiplied with the x01. Okay, so now let us do that. Del 1 2 into x01. So the value is 0.138 multiplied by the x01th value is actually 1. So when we do this, what we have obtained is 0.138. Okay, so this value, del 1 value, is multiplied by with its value. Similarly, we have an error. So this error is actually caused because of the input that was given from this node output, which is nothing but x01. So we have to multiply. That's it. So simple logic. So similarly, we can write dou W02 to, this is in the second layer. Okay, del 22 into x01. So which is 0.045 multiplied by 1, which is 0.045. So similarly, I can write the remaining dou W112 as del 12 into x11, which is 0.138 into 0.92, which is minus 0.126. Okay, so we have written this. Now we have to go for W12. So which is dou E by dou W122 as del 22 x11, which is 0.045 into 0.92, which is 0.04. So once we have calculated all the value dou E, okay, now let me complete the other two. Dou W212 can be write del 11. Okay, this multiplied by this multiplied by this multiplied by this. Okay, so del 12 multiplied by x1 x11, which is x21. Okay, sorry, this is x21. Okay, so I said that this and then this. So x21, which is nothing but minus into 0.27 into minus 0.037 dou E by dou W222, which is dou 22 into x21. 0.045, okay, 0.045 multiplied by 0.27, which is 0.012. Okay, so once we have calculated all the values, dou E, dou W1, okay, we have updated all these value by after calculating this del 1 2 and then del 2 2. Okay, the after calculating this, we have to go for the weight updation rule, but let us do the weight updation rule at the last step. Once similarly, we have to do the weight updation rule from this layer to back to the previous layer. Okay, so now let us do that, and then at the last step, let us go for the weight updation rule for all the layers starting from input to the output layer. Now let us go for the fourth step. So the fourth step says that the same thing, back propagation Okay, back propagation from, but this time is not from the output but from the previous of the output, which is k minus 1 to k minus 2. Okay, one of the hidden layer, which is layer 1 to 0. So what is layer 1 to 0? Okay, we have seen the weight updation from the last two previous. Now we are going to update the weight from the this layer to the back to the input layer. Okay, if there is no input here, if let's say there is one more hidden layer, then it is a generalization. So k minus 2 to any k. It depends on how many number of hidden layers are there. And for this, we have a separate derivation. So that derivation of that uh, it is also same, dou E by dou Wij. What we have given is that similarly dou I at the layer, okay, which layer it is that we have to mention, which is k minus 1 multiplied by what we have to do. So okay, so this value multiplied by output from the previous layer. So xi k minus 1, now we have to write xi k minus 2, okay, which is same as this xi k minus 2 from the previous layer. So what is the previous layer? Now we have to calculate what is the del. So what is the del value here, and then this has to be multiplied from the previous value, which is x0 0 and then x11 and then x2 0. That's it. So this is the simple ideology. Now let us do that. So now in order to do that, what we have to do here is that simple del value. So del I value, okay, del I k minus 1. Now we are going for the k minus 1 was del I 1. So previously k value is 2. Now we are calculating del for the first layer. So del 1 1. Okay, but let us write del I in the generalization form as local derivative xi dash 1 minus xi 1. Okay, local derivative of the first layer, summation of j equal to 1 to 2. Okay, and then del j multiplied by wij 2. Okay, so this is the derivative form, I mean the expansion of this. So this weight updation rule is slightly different from the what we have used from the previous one. So actual idea for this is what we have to do is that, okay, now from the, now look at this, the output of this is all having the target value, okay, so which is T1, T2, T3, T4 and then TC if there are C number of neuron in the output. So the difference between the target value and the difference value multiplied by its local derivative give you the del 1, okay. Similarly del 2, del 3 at the kth layer we have found, which is nothing but the error, okay. When we go for the ith or jth node in the previous layer, since there was only the target output at this node, we have taken the difference. But here all these error because of this, okay, in the feed forward bus the input passed from here to here, this to, I mean from here, here. So it has feed forwarded to all the layer in the next layer. Because of that the error has produced in the output layer. Now when we come to calculate this del j, which is the error, this is because of the function of all the neuron in the next layer. So we have to sum up from the error of the first neuron, second neuron, third neuron until all the neuron, which is M capital K. Okay, we have to sum up all these error and then multiply by its local derivative. Okay, and we have to do the same process for this node, this node, this node and every other node. And similarly, when we go for the any updation rule for generalization of any K, for example, if we consider this pth node in the previous layer, similarly whatever we have calculated del 1, del 2, del 3 up to del m capital K minus 1, all this has to be get accumulated over here, and then we have to multiply by its local derivative. Okay, this is the only difference between the weight updation rule at the output layer and all other the hidden layer. So in the output layer, let me repeat once, the output layer, the difference between the target and the actual output get multiplied by with its local derivative function. In all other hidden layers, okay, all these error from the output layer get accumulated to the previous layer. Okay, we have to sum up all these error and then it is multiplied by its local derivative. Similarly, we have to do the same process until it reaches to the input layer. So the error, the effect of actual error E gets propagated to the previous layer and to the previous layer and so on until it reaches to the input layer. Okay, so that is what we have taken the summation over here from all the next layer error that we have calculated. So if we understood, then what we have to do is that, now let me calculate del 1 1 local derivative x11 1 minus x11. Okay, so what we have to do, this one, del 1 multiplied by what? Its weight. Del 1 multiplied by its weight, which is del 1 2 multiplied by W112. Okay, this into this plus this into this, from where it has come, W12. Okay, so del 22 multiplied by W122. Okay, now sum it up these value and then multiplied by its local derivative. If there are 3 nodes, okay, then all the 3 nodes, the error has to be summed up and then multiplied by its local derivative. So that is the simple step. Now after taking this value, let me calculate for 1, 0.92, 1 minus 0.92 minus 0.137 into minus 1.7 plus 0.045 into 2.1. Okay, all this value that we have calculated, del 12, del 21, that we have obtained from the previous. Okay, del 12 and then del 22, that we have to apply here, del 11 and then del 22. Okay, and then corresponding weight vectors that we know, and once we calculated what is this value, this is del 1 at the layer 1. Okay, previously we have obtained del 1 at layer 2, output layer, del 2 at layer 2. Now we are computing del 1 for this, del 2 for this. We have to ignore for the bias because there is no actual input. Okay, it is just an augmentation. Fine. So del 1 1, similarly I can find what is del 2 at the layer 1. Similarly x21 1 minus x21 del 1 2 multiplied by W212 plus del 2 2 multiplied by W22. Okay, 2. So after substituting all the value, 1 minus 0.27 minus 0.137 multiplied by 0.8 plus 0.045 into 0.2. Okay, maybe we would have written the value del 12 del 22 as what we have obtained? Del 1 2 del 2 2 minus 0.138 or 137, and then del 2 2 that was obtained 0.045. Okay, simply all these value we have substituted, and then we have computed what is the error by summing up from the next layer error del 2 1. Okay, this value is 0.02. Now what we found is del 1 1 del 2 1. Okay, in which layer? This layer. Okay, now we have found out what is del 1 1 and then del 2 1, but in order to calculate this del 1 1 we have to take the error which is del 1 2 multiply by its value, and then del 2 2 multiply by its value, sum it up over here, multiply by its local derivative, and what we have obtained is del 1 1. Similarly, del 2 1 is calculated from the del 1 2 multiplied by its W21, and then del 2 2 multiplied by its W22 get summed up over here, multiplied by its local derivative, and what we are going to obtain is that dou E by dou W ij, and then that has to be get multiplied by its previous value. Okay, as we did in the last time. Okay, so while we do so that's what I have shown in the diagram. So this diagram is same. Okay, all these values get summed up over here, multiply by its local derivative, and then get up the summation. Now let us proceed. Once I have calculated the value of del 1 1 and then del 2 2. Okay, so this value we have calculated del 1 1 and then del 2 1, and this diagram I have explained. So here it is shown separately. So if we want to calculate del 2 1 for the second node in the first layer, calculate the del 1 2 del 2 2 get multiplied by its W21 W22, then add and then multiply with its local derivative. That is what we have done here. Local derivative, and then this has to be summed over corresponding weight vector. Okay, so this I have explained in that diagram. Now once we have calculated what is del 1 1 and then del 2 1, let me write del 1 1 value is 0.024, and then del 2 1 in the first layer the value is minus 0.02. And how many weights we have to do? As before, we have to do W01 1, W02 1, W111, W12, and so on. Now we have to update. Previously we have updated all these weights going to the second layer. Now we have to update all these weights going to the first layer. So that can be done using the same procedure. Only calculation of del value is different, but all other remain same. So this has been multiplied by its previous value, which is x00. Okay, 0th layer, the previous layer input. Okay, the previous layer input that we have obtained, we have given in the feed forward has been considered, and then all these weights have been updated. Now once all we have obtained, the last step is the weight updation rule. So what is the weight updation rule? The weight updation rule says that Wij2, if you take the second layer, Wij2 old value minus learning rate, and then dou E by dou Wij in the second layer. So we kept these values as of now ready for all the weights. Okay, we have calculated what is dou E for the layer weight is weight connecting to the second layer, weight connecting to the first layer. So once we have calculated this, the last step is to update the weight. Now let us proceed from the weight updation rule from the output to the previous node, which is W012 second layer. which is W012 minus learning rate. If we take the learning rate as 0.5, 0.5 get multiplied by W01 in the second layer. Okay, 0.9 minus 0.5 and the old weight value is this. Okay, so initially we have considered 0.9. Actually this is nothing but this one, dou E by dou W 012. So this value in the second in the second that we have obtained was something here. Okay, so this is minus 0.138. Okay, that we have used here. Similarly, we have to do for the all the weights that are connecting from all the weights connecting from layer 1 to 2. Okay, old value, learning rate, and then error value, dou E by dou Wij in the second layer. So once we have updated in the second layer, we have to do for the weight updation rule from the layer 1 to 0, and similarly we have to repeat for all the 6 weight updation rule by following the learning rate, which is 0.5, the same learning rate. And once we update all these weight, the new value has not been calculated. But once the new value has been calculated after getting this results, what we have to do is that this we have done only one time feed forward and then one time back propagation. Feed forwarding takes the output value to the next layer, back propagating takes the value of the error to the back to the layer until it reaches to the input layer. Okay, this is all this happens in one iteration. Okay, and what we have to do in order to complete this process, repeat feed forward and then back propagation using these updated weights, new weights that we will get, no new weights. Okay, suppose if we get the new weights that is denoted as Wij layer 1 plus. Okay, this plus is the new weight, and we have to do the same feed forward as well as back propagation with this updated weight until it converge. Okay, it will take sometimes 1000 iteration or 10,000 iterations in order to converge, or until all the samples are correctly classified. Okay, so this is the simple example. I think it is very clear how do we apply the derivation of the back propagation learning that we have did in the last 4 classes with this example. Thank you.